Sheila Carter, the infamous villainess of the bold and the beautiful, has never been one to shy away from wielding power, influence, and manipulation to get what she wants. But her most recent schemes have escalated to a level of dangerous cunning that threatens not only the Forrester family, but the very lives of those around her. Sheila's thirst for revenge has long been a driving force behind her actions, but now, with the stakes higher than ever, her desire to control the Forrester legacy has led her down a path of deception, betrayal, and outright villainy. No one is safe, and Sheila's wrath is poised to devastate everyone she touches. Her thirst for control knows no bounds, and she's willing to do anything, no matter the cost, to ensure she gets what she believes is rightfully hers. At the heart of Sheila's most recent plot lies a shocking and twisted strategy involving her own blood, Luna Nozawa, the young woman who, despite being Sheila's granddaughter, has become an unwitting pawn in the villain's manipulative game. Sheila has found a way to exploit Luna, using her as a weapon in her ongoing war against Steffi Forrester, the woman who has been a thorn in Sheila's side for years. Sheila sees Steffi as the ultimate obstacle to her ultimate goal. Seizing control of Finn, her son, and by extension, the life she believes she is entitled to. Sheila's thirst for revenge is all-consuming, and in her twisted mind, the best way to strike at Steffi is to use Luna, her own granddaughter, as the means to do so. Luna, who once sought love and belonging, has been manipulated by Sheila into believing that she is the key to restoring her family's power. Sheila paints a vision of Luna as a central figure in Finn's life, a daughter he never knew he had but whom Sheila insists he should embrace. In Sheila's world, Luna is a perfect fit, a weapon, a tool to be used in her endless battle for control over Finn and his life. Sheila knows that by turning Luna against Steffi, she can drive a wedge between Finn and the family he has built with Steffi. But the plan goes deeper than that. Sheila knows that Luna is vulnerable, and she has learned how to exploit Luna's insecurities, pushing her further into a web of deceit and manipulation. Luna, who initially believed she was simply helping her grandmother, has unknowingly become Sheila's most dangerous pawn. Sheila has carefully nurtured Luna's anger towards Steffi, convincing her that the Forrester family is the source of all her pain and rejection. The more Luna hears, the more she begins to believe in Sheila's version of the truth, and soon she finds herself embroiled in a plot that will alter the course of her life and the lives of those around her forever. What starts as a seemingly innocent attempt to help Finn and become a part of his life spirals into a nightmare of violence and betrayal. The ultimate goal, of course, is Finn. Sheila is determined to reclaim her son, and she sees Luna as the bridge that will allow her to do so. As Luna becomes more deeply entangled in Sheila's web, she begins to question her loyalty to Steffi and her role in Finn's life. Sheila pushes her further, convincing her that she is not only entitled to Finn's love and attention, but that she deserves a place in his life, a place that Steffi and her children, Hayes included, should never occupy. The rift between Steffi and Luna grows wider, with Luna increasingly accepting Sheila's twisted version of reality. But Sheila's plans take a dark turn when she encourages Luna to do the unthinkable, to kill Steffi. Sheila, ever the mastermind, knows that if Luna kills Steffi, it will shatter Finn's world and solidify Sheila's grip on him. In Sheila's mind, this is the final step in reclaiming her place in the Forrester family by eliminating the woman who has stood in her way for so long. It's a chilling plan, but Sheila is willing to sacrifice anyone, even her own granddaughter, to get what she wants. Luna, who has been groomed by Sheila to hate Steffi, becomes a weapon that will deal the final blow to Steffi and, by extension, the Forrester legacy. As Sheila pushes Luna closer to carrying out this horrific act, the stakes become even higher. Luna, now fully under Sheila's influence, prepares herself for the unimaginable. Steffi, unaware of the plot against her, continues to fight for her children's future and the family she's worked so hard to build. Little does she know, the woman she thought of as a distant relative, Luna, is now the one standing between her and survival. The day of the confrontation arrives, and Luna's resolve is tested. Sheila's promises of power and revenge echo in her mind, and she hesitates for a moment, questioning what she's about to do. But the years of manipulation, the lies, and the anger she feels towards Steffi come flooding back. The final push from Sheila comes at the perfect moment, and Luna pulls the trigger. Steffi, in a moment of shock and terror, falls, her life hanging by a thread. But as Luna stands over Steffi's fallen body, something changes. The weight of what she has just done hits her all at once. It's too late to undo the damage, but Luna begins to question everything. She realizes that Sheila's promises were nothing but lies, and the life she thought she would have with Finn is slipping further away. Luna, racked with guilt, begins to feel the consequences of her actions. The road she's taken is one from which there's no return. In the aftermath, the Forrester family is rocked to its core. Steffi's survival is uncertain, and the entire family is forced to confront the brutal reality of Sheila's influence. Finn, still grappling with his grief over losing his father, must now process the unfathomable betrayal of his daughter and the woman who was once his hope for redemption. The Forrester family must also face the cold reality of what Sheila is capable of, as they find themselves embroiled in a battle not just for custody of Finn's children, but for the very future of their family legacy. As the aftermath of Luna's actions unfolds, Sheila's hold over the Forrester family is stronger than ever. The lies, the manipulation, and the broken bonds are irrevocable, and it's clear that Sheila will stop at nothing to maintain control. In the end, the Forrester family faces a harsh truth. They are locked in a battle with one of the most dangerous women they've ever encountered, and the fight for their future has only just begun. With Steffi fighting for her life, Luna consumed by guilt and regret, and Sheila's dark influence creeping into every corner of the Forrester family, the stakes have never been higher. The question remains: will the Forrester family be able to overcome the web of lies and betrayal woven by Sheila, or will they be forced to surrender to her twisted desires? Only time will tell if they can defeat the evil that has taken root within their own family, or if they will ultimately lose everything they've fought so hard to protect. In this intense and unpredictable storyline, the bold and the beautiful keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering what will happen next in the war between love, betrayal, and the darkest of family secrets. Sheila's reign of terror is far from over, and the battle for the Forrester legacy continues to unfold in shocking and dramatic ways. The aftermath of Steffi's shooting sends shockwaves throughout Los Angeles, leaving the Forrester family reeling with grief and disbelief. For days, the fate of Steffi hangs in the balance, her life suspended between the fragile threads of life and death. The Forrester family and all those who love Steffi wait, praying for a miracle, but it's a prayer that ultimately goes unanswered. Despite the best efforts of the doctors, the severity of Steffi's injuries proves too much. The bullet that Luna fired into her body takes its toll, and Steffi succumbs to her wounds. The Forrester matriarch, the woman who had fought so fiercely for her children and her family, is gone. The news devastates everyone who knew her. Her husband, Finn, is left broken, his world shattered by the loss of his wife. He is left to grapple with the terrible truth that the woman he loved so deeply, the mother of his children, is no longer alive. The emotional weight of Steffi's death is immense. The Forrester family is torn apart, left to mourn the loss of a woman who is not only the heart of their family, but also a symbol of strength and resilience. Her children, Hayes and Kelly, are left without their mother, and Finn is left without his wife, his partner, and the woman who had given him hope and joy. His grief is overwhelming, and the realization that he can never get Steffi back hits him like a tidal wave. In the wake of her death, Finn is left to pick up the pieces of his life, his heart shattered by the betrayal and violence that led to Steffi's demise. Meanwhile, Luna, the one who pulled the trigger, finds herself in a police interrogation room, her future uncertain. She's arrested for the shooting of Steffi, and the weight of her actions becomes clear. Luna, once a pawn in Sheila's twisted game, is now the focus of a criminal investigation. The guilt weighs heavily on her as she faces the consequences of the decision she made under Sheila's manipulation. As she sits in the cold, sterile interrogation room, Luna is forced to confront the full scope of the damage she has caused. The woman she once believed was helping her, guiding her, is now the one who has destroyed her life. Sheila, the mastermind behind Luna's actions, has abandoned her. Luna is left alone to face the consequences, and she realizes too late that Sheila never cared about her. Sheila had used her as a tool in her pursuit of revenge and power, and now Luna's future is uncertain. The woman who had once hoped to find a place in Finn's life is now facing a long prison sentence for her role in Steffi's death. The tragedy is complete, and Luna's life is forever changed. As Luna is processed and placed in custody, the Forrester family, while still grieving Steffi's death, turns its focus to the next looming challenge, Sheila. The woman who orchestrated the entire tragedy, who used her own granddaughter as a pawn in her twisted game, remains a significant threat. Sheila's ambition has no limits, and with Steffi gone, her path is clear. The pieces are in place for Sheila to achieve her ultimate goal, to take Finn from Steffi's memory and to claim him as her own. With Steffi dead, Sheila's power over Finn grows exponentially. The grief-stricken man, still lost in his sorrow over his wife's death, is vulnerable to Sheila's manipulations. Finn is already struggling to deal with the emotional devastation of losing his wife and mother of his children. He's a man broken by grief and confusion, unsure of how to move forward without Steffi by his side. Sheila, knowing just how to exploit this, begins to insert herself into Finn's life in subtle yet powerful ways. She uses Finn's pain as a gateway to get closer to him, offering him the comfort and support he desperately needs. Sheila makes herself an essential part of his life, convincing him that she is the only one who truly understands what he's going through. She positions herself as his rock, the one person who can help him pick up the pieces and find a way to move forward. In the midst of his sorrow, Finn is swayed by Sheila's compassion and support. He's vulnerable, seeking solace from the pain that threatens to consume him, and Sheila, ever the manipulator, is there to provide it. Slowly, she begins to reframe his reality, creating a new narrative for him in which she is the one who has always been there for him. Sheila convinces Finn that Steffi was the one who kept him from his true destiny, that their marriage was a lie, and that he needs to focus on his future, and that future, she insists, should be with her. Sheila has her sights set on reclaiming Finn, and with Steffi out of the picture, she knows this is her moment to pounce. The deeper Sheila embeds herself into Finn's life, the harder it becomes for him to see through her lies. Her manipulation becomes more sophisticated, and Finn, still drowning in grief, is no longer able to recognize the danger she represents. His memories of Steffi, of their life together, begin to blur, and Sheila is there to provide the comfort he seeks, guiding him further into her control. She paints a picture of a new life, one where Finn is free from the constraints of his past, free from the pain of Steffi's death, and free to embrace the future she offers him. While Sheila's grip on Finn tightens, the Forrester family begins to understand the full extent of her influence. They know that Sheila is not done yet. Steffi's death was just the beginning, and the battle for Finn's future is far from over. The Forrester family must come together to find a way to free Finn from Sheila's control before she completely takes him away from them, turning him into another puppet in her twisted game. But as Sheila moves closer to achieving her goal, the Forrester family is forced to confront the painful truth. Sheila is a force of nature, and her manipulations have already caused irreparable damage. The family must now find a way to break her hold over Finn before it's too late. The tension continues to build as the battle for Finn's heart and mind intensifies. Will the Forrester family be able to save Finn from Sheila's manipulative grip, or will they lose him forever? The stakes have never been higher, and the future of the Forrester legacy is at risk as Sheila's plan moves forward, unstoppable and relentless. Only time will tell if the Forrester family can overcome Sheila's twisted machinations, or if they will have to accept the devastating loss of Finn to the woman who will stop at nothing to control him. In this tense, high-stakes chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful, the battle for Finn's future is only just beginning, and Sheila's grip on the Forrester family is more dangerous than ever.